Michelle, can you turn on the recording? Thank you. Good morning, co-banker George. A very nice Monday morning. Hope you had a nice weekend. This weekend is probably one of the hottest weekend this year so far. But good news is that it's going to be only for another couple of days. I think by Wednesday it will cool down a little bit. But on Friday, one of our agents registered 105 in the middle of the day. And then on Saturday, I do the hot yoga, and usually the temperature in the hot yoga room is 105 degrees. So I told our instructor, I said, hey, we can do it in the parking lot. The temperature in the parking lot and the inside is almost the same, so no difference. But that tells you how hard it was for the weekend. So, but anyway, I hope you survive and hope you have a nice weekend. Nevertheless, just be careful. Because during the hot weather, it's always a danger of dehydration. So make sure you drink a lot of water, and sometimes you have to get some supplement too, in order to replenish the minerals. So just be a little careful, especially when you are doing the door knocking. I can't see any people insane enough to do door knocking at such a hot day. But if you do, be careful, very careful. Okay. And let's see. So let's start with affiliates. We have a lot of affiliates today. And Unita is going to be our affiliate spotlight today. She's going to tell us about the home warranty, especially when she's the only company that has the 13-month warranty, which is a bonus for the buyer. So, all right, let's start with Maria. Maria, how are you today?
I'm good, Peter. How's everybody?
Good.
I hope you're all doing well and staying hydrated during these hot seasons. And Nancy, thank you for that tip. That was a great tip. So here's what's going on in home warranty. I realize that a lot of you at the moment aren't asking for a lot of things from the seller because of the new buyer's agreement. Things are changing. You're kind of treading on thin waters, and you're not exactly sure how to go forward with your offers, how much you ask, what you don't ask for from the seller. The one thing that I can strongly advise is that home inspections, and I hope there's a home inspector not offended by this, but home inspection is only good for the day of inspection. Second of all, their templates on replies on home inspections are very vague. They say it's working that day, la 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 la, and it's maybe 2 sentences on the reply. And the reason why I'm bringing this up because I had one this past weekend on pool. They said it was working the day of inspection based on the age of the unit. Well, 2 weeks into ownership, it went south. And it went south and south. Now it's a $2,500 repair, but they did not order the higher standard of care. They ordered the middle plan. They didn't ask for more money from the seller, nor did they give the buyer the option to pay the difference and increase the coverage so that they don't have out-of-pocket costs and get as much coverage as they possibly can. These are the things that I'm running into. Not sufficient coverage. TC's order, they do not know the specifications on a home, and they leave out pools. They forget there's a septic tank. And then I have the the privilege of trying to fix what should have been preventive in the beginning. We do offer a 13-month plan as well, which includes roof coverage. You're always welcome to reach out to me for coverage. I always want to make sure that I get you the best for the amount you are getting from your seller and give your buyer the option to pay the difference. These things are what I call loss mitigation problems in the future. You don't want this to bother you after the close of escrow, nor do I want to do a lot of problem solving. So reach out to me. Let me know how I can assist. You guys stay cool out there, drive safe, and let's make it a great week. Thank you.
Thank you, Maria. Good tips. Thank you very much. Oh, I forgot to mention about the Nancy's warning to us, or Nancy's tip. She was saying that because of the hot weather, there's a lot of, because of the rolling blackout, a lot of traffic lights are out of order, so it just simply doesn't work. And so when you're driving through the intersection, be very careful because you don't want to get into accident during a hot weather, okay? So that's Nancy's tip for us. Thank you, Nancy. All right, let's go with Jenna Tai from Champion Escrow, right, Jenna?
Mutual.
I'm sorry. Sometimes.
Good morning, everyone. It's good to be
Okay.
here with everyone, and it's nice to see everyone here. And thank you, Peter, for inviting me. And I didn't have much to say, but I want to be the listener today. I wanted to listen to all the things that are happening in the industry, and hope that I can give you guys some more information next time.
Okay. Thank you, Jenna, for joining us.
Thank you.
Next is Mark. Mark, thank you, Mark, for coming. Are you there, Mark? Okay. Now you're on.
No, I'm trying to get on. I was actually typing my info in and it locks you up. Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's having a great day. You see our clouds our skylines are full of smoke. There appears to be brush fires happening all over. The public service announcement to you is ensure that your homeowners are on auto pay. I have had so many realtors and friends say, hey, I forgot to pay my insurance. They won't take the payment now. And so companies are trying to exit the market because of all what's happening in California where the home insurance are unprofitable. So you don't want to be in a place where you don't have insurance and then it's going to be hard for you to obtain it. And frankly, it's going to maybe cost you double or triple. Many of you are on standard policies with good carriers. You want to hang on to that as much as you can. Now is not the time to shop. The second announcement is just that when there's fires like this, if you have a home anywhere in that vicinity, know that companies then automatically put a moratorium and they will revoke the agent's ability to bind coverage in those areas. What I've also been finding out, and it was happening early on, and now I can see why, is that it's been harder and harder to get insurance in the San Bernardino area, even if you're in the flatlands, and so know that you will have challenges, but also know that I always have an avenue to place insurance, whether it is with a standard carrier, and if they refuse to offer in that area, then I could go to what we call non-admitted carriers or the California Fair Plan. So I get this question asked to me often, Mark, can I get insurance on the house? And 99% of the time, the answer is yes. When the answer is no, it's because the house is actually just falling apart and torn down. And that's from the outside, not so much from the inside. So again, it's super important for you, both as the listing agent and as the buyer's agent, to be proactive. As a listing agent, you want to ensure that the buyer is being proactive in his insurance. I've had, again, deals happen where the selling agent, the listing agent has called me in a panic because they're getting to remove the contingency period, and the buyers have just heard from their own personal carriers that they don't insure the house they're buying. So in order to save the deal, we try to just be proactive. Again, I'll put my information. I'm here to help you. And thank you for your support.
Yeah, Mark, I was told that there's still 14% of the escrow fell out because they couldn't get the insurance. And now you said that for you, it's 99% of the time that you can get the insurance coverage. So you must have more resourceful. You must be more resourceful in that respect.
So what? And I've seen some fall out. So what's happening is the reason why a lot of them are falling out is because they get to where the insurance is like not what the buyers anticipated. That's why I train my realtors to set the expectation and say, hey, this is the norm. Just like high interest rates were the norm, be proactive so that there's not a sticker shock on the insurance cost. That's where it's falling out. So if they go in saying, hey, you love this house for a reason, and know that in this economic time, insurance is going to cost you way more, maybe double or triple what it normally does that the seller has, but know that you'll get your house, and hopefully there'll be some resolutions in the next year or the year after. All right. So it's a temporary time that we got to fight the pain. And when my realtors do that, then they save the deal. I've had it where, Peter, I've been a 36-year insurance agent. I can't remember where my premiums were over $6,000. And so this year I have offered insurance of $18,000, $20,000, thinking I am scared to even tell my realtor buddies, associates, that these are the premiums. And they come back and say, okay, we'll take it because my what the buyer has is $27,000. And frankly, it has floored me and surprised me. And so if they set the expectation, and now mind you, these are massive homes in our brush areas, but still, it's like when somebody wants a house and they will pay the price if they have, if they can afford a $5-10 million home or a $3 million home, they can afford a premium of $1,000 a month. So we just got to get out of that mindset and know that this is the new norm and standard, if that helps.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's a good tip. Yeah, thank you very much, Mark. Appreciate it.
You're most welcome.
All right. Okay, Marie, how are you today?
Hi, everyone. Marie with Contempo Escrow. I'm going to join in with everybody. I'm actually part of the IE. So from Saturday morning to late last night, I went through 3 earthquakes, a rainstorm, a windstorm, and 110-degree weather. The weekend was pretty crazy in the Inland Empire. It's like Wild Wild West.
Crazy.
So that was my weekend. But guys hate real estate. So where are we? As I said in the last couple meetings, with the interest rates coming down slowly, we are seeing more activity. But one thing I say is I've probably seen more change in this dynamics of real estate than I've seen in 30 years. I always go back to the TRID phase when TRID came along and they removed the HUD and certain criteria were changed. You could no longer change your closing cost credit. Everything had to be disclosed. I slowly see that changing in where we are right now, because what I am seeing is there's so much change in the contract that the market is different on a whole. So what I say for us as escrow, we're watching carefully. We have to listen carefully because the dynamics are changing so drastically that we have to be ahead of it rather than behind it. Closing cost credits are appearing, and they're appearing much higher, which for us, we have to be careful that buyer doesn't have more credit that they can use and they don't lose it in the end. Because if a buyer thinks they're going to come in with X amount of dollars based on a credit they're receiving, but then the lender won't allow them to use that entire credit, that can be a problem. I'm seeing drastic sales price reductions. We haven't seen that for a while. But I'm finding in almost every I just had a case where someone reduced the house by $50,000. When's the last time we've seen something like that? We just haven't seen it. So we're in a very changing environment in real estate. I think it'll hold strong for the people that have been in it for a long time, and the people that have not been in it. You're going to see people move on in real estate because there's just so much change. In our phase we're commissioned, we had to have our whole computer system changed to remove the word commission and add the word compensation. So we're in a place of change, but real estate has not stopped. I always say to you guys, just hold fast and true to who you are. Stay close to your clients. Stay in contact. Things are going to continue to move. I don't think real estate's going to stop. I don't think, there's going to be a magic bubble. I think we're going to move forward. And I think as we move further in the interest rates, we're going to see all of the people who purchased in a high market refi out to a new market. And there'll be people who will buy in the 5s and in that area. So the market hasn't changed. It's a matter of what you do with this. Don't get stuck in the holidays coming up. Get out there and farm. People are going to be moving. They're going to be buying new homes. They're going to upgrade. So whatever I can do to help you with your business, I've been a part of your family for a very long time. So whatever I can do to help you guys, listing appointment net sheets. You always know I always offer you guys mobile homes if you want information on that. But if you need net sheets for your listing appointments, or you just have questions on a transaction, please feel free to call me. Have a great rest of your week.
Thank you, Mary. Thank you for the encouraging words. And as you said, in real estate, don't stop. In real estate, it's a consistent and persistence. You have to be, on top of your emotion and then just keep on going. That's the only way you can succeed. Okay, thank you, Mary. And now we come to Angie Tang for First American Title. Angie, good morning.
Thank you, Peter. Good morning. Good morning, CBG. Angie Tang, First American Title. Wanted to talk about 433A. What is it, guys? Do you guys know what 433A is? So in the event that you're working with a mobile home or manufactured home, usually those, especially the mobile homes that go through the DMV, but if there's a 433A attached to the property, it means it's attaching to the real estate, which then means you can get title insurance on it. So I know Marie does a lot of mobile home sellouts, but there's also the capability of doing title insurance on it if there's a 433A report attached to it. So in the event that you have a listing coming up and you're not too sure, and it might be manufactured or it is a mobile, let us know. We can check for you. I've done like 2 of them this weekend. So in the event that you need them, we are here to help you get that information for you. And another tip, there's been a lot of fraud also on, the parking meters. They've been sticking these stickers on parking meters with a QR code that is not a real parking, that doesn't belong to the parking meter. It's actually a fictitious one where they gather all your information, your credit card information, and start using your credit card fraudulently. So keep in mind, whenever we see those postings, be aware of that this is happening. People are getting very creative in this tightening market. And so you just have to be cognizant that these things are happening so that you can be aware. So you can question whether or not those parking meters are accurately being used correctly or fraudulently. Thank you, guys. Angie Tang, First American Title. Thanks, Peter.
Thank you, Angie. Appreciate it, as always. Okay, now I think that's all the affiliates. Hi, Nancy, you have a question?
You didn't let me talk.
What?
You didn't let me talk.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna come look for you, okay? Be careful.
Okay, Nancy, you.
All right. I got a call again this weekend. It wasn't on my transaction. One of the buyer's agent called me, and the deed from the buyer got to them, and then they typed the name wrong. Well, the Asian names now is really difficult. As a buyer's agent, I've been talking about this for years. If you're representing buyers, please call escrow. And I think escrow can get a good tip from this. The grantee, before the seller signs it, the buyer's agent should ask the escrow to prepare the deed, but give it to you. You go over it with the buyer so they can verify if their name is wrong or not. Guess what? Of course, they blame the agent. You filled out the form. escrow will give you a form to fill out all that information. They're supposed to type it right, but we're all humans. We all make mistakes. So it is good to have your buyer verify if their names are typed correctly, because the buyer now is leaving for China. They're buying the house for the kids. So they have to go redo a deed it back to themselves, spend the money and all that. And they're not happy about that. Guess what? The agent has to pay for everything. If they leave before the grantee is done, they have to go to the American embassy to get it notarized. So it creates a big problem. The simple thing is, if an escrow likes what I'm saying, you should also forward that grantee to your buyer's agent. Please verify if everything is typed correctly. Okay, I get this every month that the names are wrong. There was one, the mom and the son was on title. And when the agent called me, I looked at it, it became husband and wife. You know how Asians are really very upset about these kind of stuff. So it just creates more problem for you as a buyer's agent, because you're the one that they're your clients, so they just tend to blame you. So I've been telling people that for a long time to get the deed, let the buyer verify if the spelling is correct, the vesting is correct, and then you don't have a problem because I have to help them with this today. So thank you very much. Just a little tip to save you a lot of headaches. Thank you, Peter.
Thank you, Nancy. My apologies, Nancy.
That's okay. You owe me one.
First when you talking, I thought we took
You owe me one.
Okay, I owe you one. Thanks.
Thank
Okay,
you. Thank
now
you,
we come to
everybody.
a spotlight moment. We have so fortunate to have Unita Wu from HW8 Home Warranty to talk to us about the home warranty. So Unita, take it
Yes.
away.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I just want to make sure I did share. I don't know if you guys could be able to see this.
I can see it. Yeah.
Okay, so something about me. I'm trying to move this. I'm so sorry. Hold on for a second. Like, I don't know if you guys see it. Hi everyone. Unita Wu from Home Warranty of America, the 13 months home warranty. I hope you guys are doing well. I put a little bit just a pictures of like the kids and myself and my family. I hope you guys could be able to see it. Beside like working hard at HWA Home Warranty, I've been here for like 17 years. I'm also a mom, and then also like a wife, so and a family. You guys don't see it as often, but these are my two daughters. They're getting so big, you know, like when I started in working with the home warranty, I was just getting married, and I can't believe the kids is getting to be 15 and 13 years old already. So it's been so long already. And we took this picture actually the last time when we were with my father before he passed away. So these are the pictures we took together as a family. And just yesterday we went to the USC game. So these are the picture we took yesterday. So it was really, really hot. It was 100 something, but we made it through and we had a lot of fun at the game. For home warranty, I just want to kind of let you guys know we're 13 months home warranty. So we do give additional 1 month free. For you guys don't know what is a home warranty, because a lot of you guys like still confused between homeowner insurance, like where Mark is, and home warranty. We do want to let you know the home warranty just cover your appliances, like your heating, your dishwasher, your garbage disposal, your plumbing system, your electrical system. Those are more the home warranty coverage. The home warranty also go extend to your roof leak repair. So right now, winter may be coming in. If you guys want to buy a roof leak repair, we cover that. If there is a pool and spa, please also let me know as well, because sometimes like, you know, we don't look at the house, right? So when you guys gave me like a budget, like maybe 650 or 700, we don't know really what to purchase unless somebody tell us like, hey, I need you to make sure there's an AC, there's a pool, there's a roof that need to be covered. So as an agent, if you guys have any new upcoming escrow, please CC us, like, you know, the home warranty company and also the escrow company, right? You guys want to CC whoever you use to be able to give us the correct information, what needs to be done. We also cover the external water line and the external sewer line for somebody that more concerned about that plumbing system, because, you know, the home warranty cover the inside of your property. But if you want to go above to go all the way down to the front, you could be able to purchase that as well. We have many brochures. So if you guys need different type of brochure, please let me know. We do have an English brochure. We have a Spanish brochure. We do have a Spanish Mandarin brochure as well. And I do speak the language as well, so I could be able to help you. These are like my brochure, but please reach out to me. I will send you my information. Then you could be able to get that as well. For the homeowners, like a lot of people like get confused with the homeowners as well. It's like, once again, like the homeowners insurance cover your inside of your, we cover the appliances, the homeowner insurance cover the excess. We also cover like multiple years. So if you guys have needed multiple years, and then if you have a condominium, townhouse, or mobile home, we also cover that. And we also cover after over like 5,000 square footage. So if anybody looking to purchase a property more than 5,000 square footage, please let me know because the pricing does a little bit more on that. And we do have a trade call fee. If anybody don't know a trade call fee, that is the fee that goes to the vendor, and we have to be paid the trade call fee during the time that the vendor is coming in. Did anybody have any question regarding the home warranty? But if not, then I just want to say thank you so much for all your continued support. I'm here to help you anytime. If you guys need to reach out to me, call me, text me, and let me know how can I be able to help you. And I do speak English, Chinese, Mandarin, and Indonesian as well.
Very good. Thank you very much, Janita.
Thank you. Thank you, Peter.
I'm sure that the agents will appreciate a 13-month warranty. So I think that's a good feature. Okay.
Thank you.
I think that's all the affiliates, and anybody who came in late and want to talk to us. Any affiliates that come in late? Okay, all right. Thank you very much. And I just want to mention that we have all these very knowledgeable affiliates. And so, take advantage of them, call them once in a while. And if you have any questions, don't be shy or bashful, just call them, and they're very willing to help. They're very amicable. So take advantage of it, okay? All right, thank you. All right, now, as you know that we, on the training, the process, we do it every Friday. But this weekend, Michelle is going on vacation, so won't be any training. But instead, we'll have it on Thursday at 1 o'clock. It will be a hybrid meeting. I will send out the Zoom link, and it will be usual like Friday training. But that takes place on Thursday. Okay, and then that for the training we are kind of switching our focus. Now we are trying to review all the practical aspect of real estate practice, like the listing process, the selling process, the escrow process, and the due diligence process, and those are the practical things for the everyday real estate practice, and I think this will be very valuable for all for any agents in the company. So I will encourage you to attend those the trainings, and Michelle and I will be there, and it will be hybrid as well as in person. So, but in person is even better because we have a more robust discussion during the in-person session in our training room, and it's very good. If you haven't experienced that, please, I would encourage you to try. Okay, and also there will be no lunch and learn this Wednesday, but we'll resume it next week. Let's see. Okay. This week's training will be on the residential leasing, because we feel that there's a lot of agents who are doing the residential leasing, and because of the NER settlement, and we have some revised forms that you can use, and so I think it's a very good to review the whole process again. Okay, so I would encourage you to come this Thursday. It will be a hybrid meeting. Okay, then the next we'll see how we're doing in our Arcadia office and our Hamburg office. So Doug, are you there? Can you give us a report on the Arcadia office, please?
Hello, everybody. How you doing? I got 5 listings, 4 of them releases, and 4 sales since last week. So in Ontario, on Painted Crescent, Laura Shin has got a property for sale, 4-bedroom, 3-bath, $899. George Shao has in Alhambra, 3-bedroom, 3-bath for $2850. That's pretty good. Helen Lee has a lease in Chino Hills, 2-bedroom, 2-bath. It's a condo for $2675. Helen Lee also has a lease in Chino, another one, 4-bedroom, 3-bath for for $37.85. And Michael Chan's got a commercial lease in Roland Heights for $3,000 a month. Commercial leases, as you know, you can get paid commission for multiple years. So, be sure to look at those. Sales. We have 4 sales in the last week. Laura Shin sold one called Yountville in Ontario for $900. Her listing $910,000. Alma Aguilar had a buyer out in Palmdale for $390. Judy Salazar sold her Pacific Palisades finally for $3,335,000 in her listing. And Teresa Choi had a listing that sold in Roland Heights for $720. So things are moving along here, Peter. I wish they were better, but everybody keep working, man. Keep working every day.
That's right.
The heat's going to break. The heat will be broken in the next 2 days. Okay.
Okay.
After today, tomorrow goes down, and then it's in the 80s and even 70s. I'm ready for that. Okay, I got my Hawaiian shirt on.
Yeah, I know you're ready for Hawaii. Actually,
I'm ready.
I have the same shirt that you have.
Really?
Yeah, exactly the same. When are we going together?
We should say, I'm going in October. You're welcome to come. Okay, guys.
That's good. That's good.
See you later. Thank you.
Thank you, Doug. Thank you, Doug. Well, unfortunately for Hempra, we don't have as a good business as Arcadia. We don't have any sales. I don't know why. Maybe the weather is too hot, and the agents are not really motivated to go out and solicit business. But we did have one listing only, and it was from Christine Fan. It was a residential lease for $3,600 a month. So that's pretty good. And if you can get it, a couple years, the commission will be okay. So congratulations, Christine. That's all the listing and the sales that we have. Anyone who has want to supplement that, or there's any reduction in price or anything from the agents that want to talk?
Peter, hi, this is Steve. There's a possibility that my escrow in the San Marino, some possibility could be on the market.
Oh, really?
I hate to say that sometimes, you ask me, why buyer want to pay the commission? I said, he offered. And then when he offered to pay the commission, guess what? He thinks he's the boss. And I say, no, I cannot, And it's a 3-bedroom, 3.5 bath, with a 4 more living, dining, family, swimming pool, size of lot. I mean, the total building area is about 2369. Size of lot is over 10,000. The location is marvelous. It's walking distance to the civic center, just east of San Marino Avenue. The address is 2270 Adair, Adair. My clients still occupying the property. And so anyone who's interested to view the property, let me know. I need to make an appointment. And it's going to be subject to cancel the escrow.
I see. Is it south or the north of the Huntington?
It's the south of Huntington Drive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's seems to be
location is good because
pretty easily. Yeah.
Yeah, because south of Huntington Drive, if that is the west of Ridgeway, that particular part is very good.
Yes, that's a good area.
So, good area.
Yeah, why don't you send me the information? I'll e-blast it to all the agents.
I will do that. I will do that.
All right.
Okay. Thank you.
I'll e-blast it for you. Okay. All right. Thank you. Any more things from the agents I want to share? Well, if not, then I'll go right into the presentation today. I want to share with you about the market and the legal update, as I usually do every month. So let's go right to it. Okay, now everybody's kind of wondering where the interest rate will go. As a matter of fact, the next the Fed meeting is the next Tuesday, September 17th, and everybody's wondering whether they're going to reduce the interest rate or not. But you don't have to look far. You just have to look at the bond market. And as you know that in the bond market, if the bonds are going up, the interest rate, the trend of the interest rate will go down, and if the bond are going down, the interest rate will go up. And when you see that, I see in this slide, you can see that the bond market is becoming increasingly optimistic. In other words, it's gradually trying to go up. And that's the anticipation of the market. And when that happens, you surely expect some reduction in the interest rate in the market. So and as a matter of fact, the Fed is thinking of reducing the interest rate finally in the September meeting, which is next week. So they will at least reduce 25 percentage point. And as a matter of fact, it won't be too surprising if they will reduce by the 50 percentage point. So let's keep our fingers crossed that will be a big boost for the real estate market, because once that interest rate goes down, all the mortgage rate will go down as well, and people more people will be able to qualify for loans, and the banks will be more more lenient on the loaning for the purchase of real estate. So that will be a good thing for the market. So let's keep our fingers crossed. Hopefully there will be a 50 percentage point reduction. Okay. Now, the good thing is the sales are starting to bounce back, but it's still kind of volatile still. In California, July, the figures indicates that the sales was at 297,810 units. That's the increase of 4.1% compared to last year, and 3.6% compared to the increase compared to last month. But as I said, it's still pretty volatile. And it's kind of fluctuated back and forth. And good thing also is the harder hit area market for the last year is bouncing back already. And you know that the last year the San Francisco Bay Area is really suffering big reduction in sales. But this year they're bouncing back again. Like for the year to year sales, they increased to 19%, and even for the year to date, an increase of 8%, which is substantially better than what it was in Southern California, which is 11% compared last year and 1% this year. So yeah, so the markets are bouncing back again. So that's a good news. But you can notice that the top end of the market is actually leading the other sectors. That for the $2 million or more sector, there's an increase of 26%. Which is by far the higher than any sector. It's kind of amazing, right? You think that because we are in the verge of recession, not too many people can afford luxury homes, right? But I'm telling you, the luxury home are selling pretty good compared to last year. And and I told you last time there was a San Marino house in that was sold for $30 million. It listed as $22 million, and then it kind of bid up to 30 million, and finally closed at 30 million. And it was transacted by one of our agents. It's just amazing. And it tells you that how people are still having a lot of money out there, and they're waiting for some opportunity to buy. The existing single family residence pending sale kind of fluctuating, kind of in the cycle. And right now it's at 3.6, 3,600 units, and it's kind of not very eventful, but nevertheless, that's what the level is right now. But nevertheless, the active listing has gone up quite a bit. It went up from 26,000 and in the beginning of this year to almost 46,000 last month. So that's an encouraging sign, because most of the problem with the market is that it's a lack of inventory. So it seems that the inventory is easing up already, and we get more listing as a result. So that's good news. The median day on the market is 22 days. It's not, compared to like 6 months ago, 15 days. It's still a little bit longer, but it's still not too bad. So anything less than 30 days is acceptable. So even 22 days is not too bad. And then if you're looking at the pricing, and most of the house sold, 40% of the house were sold at an increased price, and 49% were sold at reduced price, and only 11% of this sales were sold at the original listing price. So that's give you a pretty good indicator of how the market pricing is like, and still, the market is a little bit softer than like 3 months ago, and where a few months ago it was like 37%, only 30% reduced price. But right now it's at 49%. So that tells you that the sellers are more willing to reduce the price at this point. So that's good for the buyers. Okay, so if you're representing the buyer, and just tell them that's a good time to buy. Now, if you're looking at the California market, looking at the populations and the jobs and the housing market, you can see that over the last 30 years or so, in California, there's a proportional increase in the population as well as proportional increase in the jobs. But you're looking at the construction, it's kind of disappointing, because even though the increase in population and jobs, and yet the permits are taken out by substantially lower. Look at this. It's a very big difference. And so that means that the builders, the developer, are not building as much houses as before, and that's why the housing shortage has worsened over the years. And now they figure that that's all. They need 1 million units of residential houses in order to correct the deficiency. So the legislation is that they encourage the development. So it's good for the developer, but the thing is that the labor is so high, and the pricing, the material is so high that that is not very profitable for the developer. That's why you can see that the building sector is suffering at this time. And then you can see that again, in the 2020s, and substantially less than historically before. So, and the existing single family residence medium price growth was not too bad compared to last month. The price has gone up 8.1%. And everybody was expecting that to go lower, but it's stubbornly higher, because because of the the replacement cost. The replacement, everything else is getting the higher. So the pricing, especially the residential houses, they still have a lot of shortage. So that's why the price is so stubbornly high, and then actually grew 8.1% last month. But unfortunately, the housing affordability is the lowest since 2007. You can see that for the U.S., the affordability is 33%, and for California, it's a dismal 14%. That means in California, only 14% of the population can afford to buy a average home, which is like at $927,000 at this point. So in California, it's particularly bad because because everything is so high in California, and you can see that from this chart, the affordability in U.S. is 33%. In California, is 14%. In some of the area in California, as you can see, Monterey or Menlo, it's like 5%, 6%. That's ridiculous, And how do you expect people to afford a house when you're living in that area? It's just impossible. Right now, as it is, you need to make a $225,000 a year in order to qualify an average home of $920. That's not very encouraging. But hopefully, when the Fed reduced the interest rate by 50 percentage point, then the affordability will get better. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Okay, I have a few illegal updates I want to tell you. Now, as you know, that after the in-and-out settlement, a lot of agents are very confused, and they are reluctant to change. They are saying, oh man, why all these changes doesn't make that much difference. So they are thinking of innovative ways to circumvent the situation, and they always come to ask me. I said, can I do this and can I do that? Which is different from what was recommended by CAR and recommended by an attorney. I really want to caution you not to get into this kind of mentality, because just like anything else, in the beginning it's hard to change, but you have to change it because this is required by law. And then if you don't change it, if you insist on your own way, the attorney can come back to sue you, because this is a well-known settlement, and every lawyer knows about that. And if somebody come to them and say, hey, the certain agent is not adhering to the rules and regulations or the laws, and they can sue you. They can make a quick bucks, because hey, this is a violation of the law. It's very, very apparent. So don't do that. And if you want to change the which is different from what was recommended by the CAR, make sure that you have a well-knowledge real estate attorney that you can consult and make sure that the language that you want to put in the purchase agreement is legitimate or is legal. Because sometimes the buyers can come back to you and say that I don't want to change, I don't want to sign anything, but yeah, I want to help you. Don't let them fool you into that. Or they can say that, oh, well, I can give you $5,000. Don't worry about getting it from the seller. $5,000 is sure the amount of money you get from me now, so you can just help me exhibit the cash on the side. Don't do that, because as a real estate agent, you're not supposed to get advance payment. Okay, any advance payment is forbidden. It's simply forbidden, and if you get into that trouble, your license can be suspended. Okay. Now there are two places in the RPA that you can check if you want to get it's either concession from the seller or you want the seller to pay the buyer's broker's commission. Now there's two places. One is the 3G1 and the RPA, and the other one is 3G3 in the RPA. 3G1 in the RPA concerns with the seller's concession to help the buyer's reduction or the helping with the closing costs of the buyer. But 3G3 is for the help in paying for the seller to pay the commission of the buyer's agent. Okay, so make sure you check the right boxes, and just you can check both boxes. There's no harm doing that. In case that you want to make sure that the seller is well informed and be agreeable to pay for something to help the buyer. Now, the 3G1 is for helping the reducing the cost, and the 3GC is for helping the commissions. But for both cases, it is just an invitation to offer, and it's not a sure thing that the seller will promise to pay. So even you check the two boxes, you still have to negotiate for the amount and also the consent of the seller, and so yeah. And each one is a different mechanism. The 3G one, you have to counter it or mention it in the RPA in terms of the reduction of the purchase price or your concession to repair or help with the closing costs. And for the 3G3, if you want to help the buyer's agents for the commission, you have to attach the SPBB and then offer to the seller. And the offer and the offer can be countered three ways. One is that you consent for full payment, and the second one will be countered the partial payment, or the third one will be just to reject the full amount. So nevertheless, you have to negotiate with the seller in order to make it final, in order to be a contractual obligation to pay. So make sure that because if you forget to sign the counter offer or the SPBB, good luck, you're not going to be paid. Now, is it the fiduciary duty of the buyer's agent to report to the seller what the buyer is willing to pay for the buyer's agent? In other words, are you obligated to report to the seller about what is in the BRBC? The answer is no. You don't have a fiduciary duty to the seller to automatically tell the seller what is contained in the BRBC because you don't represent the seller. But if the seller asks you for it, or you have to disclose, because the seller has the right to ask for it, and they have the obligation to disclose. So as simple as that. Okay, so even though you don't have the fiduciary duty, but if the seller asks, you must comply. And however, if you offer if you indicate that the buyer is going to pay you 2% in the BRBC, but the seller is willing to pay 3% for the commission, is it a fiduciary duty for you to report it to the buyer? The answer is yes. You definitely have a fiduciary duty to tell the buyer of if the amount that the seller is willing to pay for the buyer's commission is more than what the buyer would be willing to pay for the buyer's the broker's commission. Yeah, because whatever that is, the commission that will affect that the seller agrees to pay to the buyer's broker, it will affect the purchase price of the property, you know. So you know, it is a fiduciary duty for you to tell the buyer if the amount exceeds what the buyer consent to pay for the buyer's broker. Okay. Now, if the offer is accepted with the buyers agreeing to pay buyer's agent, but the SPBB is not signed, what happened? Well, tough. I mean, that's tough. You know, if you don't get the SPBB that is signed, then the seller is not obligated to pay you at the end of the closing. Good luck if you have to purchase. I mean, you have to pursue it after the closing. The seller is not going to be very willing to pay for that, and you have no way to force them to pay, you know. So make sure you have the SPBB properly signed, okay? And as a matter of fact, we routinely ask the escrow to check it, you know, if they ask if the SPBB is attached, make sure that it's properly signed, okay? Now, is it the fiduciary duty of the buyer's agent to report to seller what the buyer is willing to pay? Oh, sorry, I got there. All right, sorry about that. Now, if the buyer is unrepresented, how far can the listing agent help the buyer? Now, a lot of times, you know, some buyers don't want to be represented, but yet they need some help, you know, because they are not real estate professional, and they don't know how to proceed with the transaction. So they inevitably ask the listing agent to help them. But how far can the listing agent to help them? Sometimes is to the interest of the seller for the listing broker to help the buyer, because the eventual wish for the seller is that the transaction can be consummated. So you know, the seller can compensate the listing broker additional commission for the listing agent to help the buyer. But how far can the listing agent help the buyer is a big question, you know. So now, you know, a lot of times they said, well, the buyer can come to the listing agent and say, I don't know how to fill out the RPA. It's a 16 pages, you know. How am I going to make an offer? You know, can you help me and fill it out? Don't fall into that trap. You don't want to fill out the RPA for the buyer if you are not representing the buyer, okay? Because you know, if the buyer is unrepresented, the first thing you have to do is to make sure that the buyer understands that you're not representing him, and all the help that you give him is really limited help. You know, not just not as a full-fledged buyer's broker. So what you can do is that, hey, you know, I'm not going to fill out the RPA for you, but if you present me with an RPA of your choice, and you don't have to fill out all the blanks in the forms, but all you have to do is just give me the pricing, you know, how many, how much you want to pay down payment, and what's the escrow time period, and then the buyer can present it to the listing broker, and when the listing broker got the RPA, then present it to the seller, and the seller can have the listing broker counter you know, the buyer in a full RPA fashion. So in other words, you don't fill it up for them, but then they have to initiate the process to fill it up themselves, and then you counter the original RPA. So that means that the RPA is of the buyer's own volition, and it's not that you are trying to, you know, you are not filling up for the buyer. Okay, so that will avoid a lot of litigation later, and that will make sure that, hey, you know, I'm not representing you, I'm just helping you, you know. So okay, that's this is very important. That's what we have a big discussion in the town. in the meeting, the CBGR meeting, town hall meeting last week. So okay. All right, that's all I have to say for this today. Any questions regarding anything?
Yeah, Peter, this is Steve. Okay, on these all these kind of new regulations or new code, is that applied to any transaction prior to August the 17th?
Oh, for the what?
That means, we have some transaction, negotiate and the PSA and everything's all signed, but that is before August the 17th. So
before the August 17th?
Yeah.
Before the August 17th is still valid if you get the offer signed prior to August 17th.
Yeah, what I mean, such as buyers, no, let me put it this way. If a buyer, your presentation say the buyer need to fill in the PSA, should we just ask them to go ahead? This is the blank copy, and you fill in handwriting, and you send to me, and I will convert into maybe e-signature or something like that.
For the counter offer, yeah, you can.
No, not counter offer. The purchase agreement, original purchase.
Agreement, yeah, in the purchase agreement, you can use the one after the August 17th because that's your counter.
Yeah, but you say a buyer is not represented by any agent,
right?
And you cannot write the offer for him. You have him to write the offer. The question I have is how? Do we just give them the blank purchase agreement, ask them to fill in that form, and maybe then after that, we convert into e-signature or something like that.
E-signature? What do you mean?
Yeah, because when these buyers, if they are they don't know how to fill in the purchase agreement.
Right.
So when you send to them and you say you cannot have them to write the offer.
Yes.
Yeah. Then the question I have is how? How can the buyer to draft an offer? And you also said you don't have to fill in everything, and which will make this offer maybe incomplete.
期间，陈真与日本人恩怨和过节。但有趣的是之后在这个发布会上，日本记者却故意挑衅与电影内容配合。当时呢，发布会现场有多国记者前往采访，那其中也有日本记者发布会一开始的气氛。
Okay, all right, thank you. Yeah, Steve. When you present it, I mean, when you ask them to present you an offer, they can present any offer. It doesn't matter, which RPA. It can be just fill in a field blank and just present it to you. But after you receive the original offer, you can counter with the latest RPA and the normal the transaction. And then proceed from there.
I see.
You see what I mean?
Yeah. So with that, is that safe for you to just give them the blank?
Yeah.
PSA.
Yeah, you can do the blank one. Yes.
Yeah, but you can say it's safe for you to say, hey, tell me what the term and the conditions.
Right.
And you can put into say maybe in blank paper. In some kind of Word version and put down everything. And then after that, we are going to counter back with whatever they say. Okay, yeah.
You can do that. You can do that as long as you have a trail of events that kind of clarify that you are not really helping the buyers to setting up all the terms and conditions of the RPA. That's all.
Got it. Thank you very much.
Okay, sure. You're welcome. Any more questions?
Yeah, Peter, I have one.
Yeah,
can a buyer use an LOI instead of an actual formal RPA?
Yeah,
and wait for the seller
Yeah, yes, yeah, she can do that, certainly. That's usually in the commercial setting, but even in residential, you can have LOI. No law forbid that. Yeah.
All right.
A lot of residential agents don't know how to use the LOI, you know. And LOI is not a legal binding. It still has to be, you know, formulated into a, you know, a formal RPA. You know what I mean? So you can have an LOI and present it to the seller, and the seller can encounter you with the formal RPA. That's fine. That's okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Sure. Anything else? Okay, if nothing else, I wish you a very nice week, and you know, the weather's still going to be hot until maybe Thursday. So be careful and be hydrated. Okay. All right. See you guys.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you, Peter. Thank
Bye-bye,
you.
Nancy.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye.
Bye, Shanna.
Oh, you did? Thank you.
Yeah, all of a sudden you just hear